Hello everyone, today we are going to be reading some stories about relationship and family drama. My daughter, 23 female, wants me, 54 female, to sell my entire estate and use it to travel the world. I am a 54-year-old widower. I created this account during the holidays last year and never got to post my story, but it's been a year already and I still have the same problem. My husband passed away 8 years ago. The ranch is what kept me going after he died. We built it together from almost nothing. It took decades of early mornings, busted equipment, droughts, bad years, and choosing work over comfort. That land is the only thing that still feels like home because every corner of it has him in it. I have one daughter, 23 female. She's married now. For a while after my husband died, we were close. I helped them when they were starting out. I never charged rent when they stayed over. I watched their dogs when they traveled. I tried to be the kind of mother who supports without controlling. About a year ago, they sat me down for what they called a serious talk. I thought something was wrong. Instead, they asked me to sell the ranch. Not part of it, not lease it, sell everything. Their reasoning was that I don't have other kids, no close family left, and that they don't plan on having children. According to them, the money would be better used now so that they could travel the world and never have to work again in their lifetime. They said I could downsize, live simply, and still be comfortable. They framed it like they were helping me make a smart decision. What hurt wasn't just the request, it was how they casually dismissed what the ranch means to me. They talked about it like it was just an asset sitting there waiting to be liquidated. When I said no, that this place is my life's work, and the last thing I have that connects me to my husband, the tone changed. They said that I was being selfish, that I was choosing land over my own daughter, that eventually it would be hers anyway, so why not let it benefit them now? My son-in-law chimed in and said people my age shouldn't be tied down by property. After that conversation, things were never the same. Calls became short, visits stopped. I received a final text message from her saying that if I don't support her dreams, then she will cut contact. Holidays were suddenly complicated. When I tried to talk it through with my son-in-law, he said I had already made my choice. It's been a year since I've seen them in person. I sit on the porch some nights and wonder how it came to this. I never thought refusing to sell the thing I worked my whole life for would cost me my relationship with my child. I miss my daughter. I miss who I thought we were. But every time I imagine signing those papers and watching strangers take over the land my husband and I bled for, I feel like I'd be erasing the last chapter of my life just so someone else can live without responsibility. I don't know if standing my ground makes me stubborn or if giving in would break me. All I know is I never expected to be this alone again after already losing my husband. The only people that I have left in the world are the people that work for the ranch. They visit me every day and ask me to join them on Christmas, and I was invited again for the New Year's Eve week. I don't think this agony will end, and my heart is in pain. My friend told me that a child may endure being without a parent, but a parent cannot endure being without their child, and I agree with that. How do I go on? That was completely gut-wrenching to read. I can't imagine as a child doing that to my parent. And to be honest with you, the son-in-law has absolutely no place talking, no place telling you what you should do with your assets. The crazy thing to me is that they are gaslighting you and telling you that you are being selfish when really they're the ones being selfish. They don't care what it means to you. Like you said, they want to live their lives with no responsibility and just travel the world and do whatever they want. Not only do they not care what the ranch means to you, but also if they're traveling the world, they're not going to be seeing you anyways. Like, they just want to use your money for their own gain. It seems like they don't want to work for anything and they just want everything to be handed to them. But newsflash, that's not how the world works. I'm not sure what kind of advice I can give because honestly, if I was in your position, I would not budge. I would not give up my estate. I would not give up the only remaining thing that links me to my spouse. Absolutely not. The only advice I can give you is keep doing what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. Unfortunately, even family members don't always have your best interests in mind, and clearly they are being selfish about this situation. You're not being selfish because everything that you have is already in your name. You own it, and it's your choice to do what you want with it. They're asking you to give all of it away, which is just insane. Okay, let's read some comments. The top comment says, well, now you know they don't care about you. It's your stuff. You don't have to live simply while they enjoy the fruits of your savings. Spend it on yourself and leave them nothing if they'll cut you off by not giving it to them now anyways. Another comment said, if I were you, I'd update my will and leave the ranch to those who love you and have shown it. You can leave your daughter a small amount of money. I'm sorry you're going through this, and I'm sorry on the loss of your husband. Another comment says, I agree with this. It's giving 23 greedy and lazy. As much as I can see the appeal, I could never ask my own mother to do that unless it was her idea. I originally thought she was saying you should just sell and travel the world yourself, not for her and her husband to be traveling the world while you downgrade. Please live out the rest of your life the way you and your late husband imagined. He may no longer be here with you, but you could live the best life for both of you. I hope someone wakes your daughter up to see how cruel she is being. Pretty much all the comments are in agreement. All of them are saying she should change her will, not give the daughter anything, and I would definitely agree with that. Again, I also want to say I'm sorry you're going through this, and I'm sorry for the loss of your husband. Unfortunately, I don't see a way of repairing this relationship unless your daughter comes to her senses. Hopefully your daughter has a change of heart and your relationship can mend. But if it doesn't, just know there's a lot of people that have your back in this situation, and I'm glad that the people that work at the ranch are still there for you. Alright, let's get on to the next story. My boyfriend, 28 male, got me, 26 female, a bad Christmas gift. Does this make me ungrateful? For some context, my boyfriend and I have been together for 4 years. We live together and he's never been the best at gift giving. For example, last year he got me a PlayStation 5, which is nice, but I have never expressed wanting one, so it felt more for him. I like games now and do use it now. Also, for my birthday, he got me kitchen hand soap and hand sanitizer in lemon scent. I do not like lemon scent. Well, this year, since his birthday is on the 17th, I ended up doing these notes leading up to Christmas with cute flirty rhymes and hints about the next gift. I got him some decent gifts: alpaca socks, a weighted heated blanket, snacks, board games for us, and a book he wanted. I gave him his final gift at 1 a.m. on Christmas. I asked him if I could have mine yet. He said he felt bad that he didn't do as much for me. He informed me that he didn't get as many hours as he wanted at work and that he wanted to save some money for our anniversary trip next month. I'm paying for the entire hotel, by the way, and it's not a far trip. I don't care how much he spends, but I do care if it's personal and thoughtful. I will admit I'm upset he didn't say anything about a budget before the day, as he had more than enough time to tell me. I even asked him a few days earlier if he already has something for me. He said that I already know what I was getting, but he didn't tell me what. I had discussed jewelry with him, so that is what I assumed it would be, and I was excited. What I actually got was a thing of Rocher chocolates with 3 flavors, 2 of which I won't eat because I hate coconut, and it has coconut. A pair of boxed lounge pants with Christmas lights on them as the design. I really don't like Christmas that much. The last thing, a purple Stanley cup. I just got a new one for myself last month. My favorite color is also definitely not purple. I can't be too mad at the Stanley cup as it was the nicest thing he got me. I'm really hoping this was a joke and that there will be more tomorrow. I feel selfish and ungrateful for being mad about this. I feel like he got all this last minute and didn't even put any thought into it. He never once asked me what I wanted. I am so disappointed, and I think he knows I am, since I'm not the best at hiding my feelings. He hasn't really said anything about it. We went to bed, but I'm so stressed out about the whole thing and can't even sleep. I just wanted something personal and special. Was that too much to ask? Our relationship has been rocky this month, and it feels like this was the last straw. Update and some clarification. First off, thanks everyone. I really didn't think this would get so much attention. I kinda just wrote it when I was upset to let it all out. Hearing others' really bad gifts helped. There was some really funny ones. I did confirm with him that he did, in fact, get the gifts last minute after his shift. Shocking. I was pretty mad but tried not to be because it was Christmas. The sadness turned to anger real quick. I'm not mad about the PlayStation. I like it now and probably play more than he does. He was never really a gamer. I think he got it so we would have something to do together, which we have played lots together. Also, yes, I will take the PlayStation if I leave him. I promise. I'll take the Switch and TV too. I appreciate the concern. And he does have other great qualities, I swear. Just not gift giving, obviously. He is really sweet, sometimes, and will do things when I ask. He gets me flowers and chocolates that I do like when I'm sad. I love his personality a lot. He just happens to be the biggest only child I've ever met. He does know me really well, I think, but he and the gifts say two completely different things. We talked and he knows he messed up. I told him sorry just wasn't going to cut it this time because yeah, this is a pattern I need him out of if we're going to continue. This isn't just gift giving either, as I once asked him to cook my chicken and he just threw it in the oven with no seasoning or oil or anything. It was pretty gross, so we'll see. Again, thank you all for the support and Merry freaking Christmas. Yeah, let's be honest, these are really terrible gifts that he's given you. I understand the PlayStation because it can provide some fun for couples to do something together, especially if he's not a gamer. But I just can't believe the fact that he never even asked you what you wanted for Christmas. Me and my wife, we tell each other exactly what we want. Like maybe we'll give some extra options so that you don't know exactly what you're getting. And then for the smaller presents, they're more thoughtful things that you didn't ask for, but I know you like this, so I get this for you. It's very simple. The fact that he got the presents last minute shows that he really didn't care. It makes me wonder if he's just complacent in the relationship and he thinks he could just do whatever without any consequence, or if he really just doesn't care whether or not it's special to you. It's good that you talk to him about this. Hopefully it changes, and if it doesn't change, you might want to look deeper and see what else is wrong with this relationship and see if you really want to be in it. Maybe he needs to date someone who just doesn't care about special occasions. The top comment says, I'm sorry, he got you kitchen hand soap and sanitizer for your birthday? Never mind the fact that you don't even like the scent. That's one of the worst birthday presents ever. And unfortunately, I say this as someone whose ex screwed up every single birthday present to me. Another comment says, I'm sorry, hand soap? Are you sure he isn't trying to make fun of you? That's just laughable. There's so many gifts you could get a girl if you don't know what to get her. Though you'd think that after 4 years, he'd at least have an idea of what you like. Things you could get a girl that would always be appreciated would include makeup, face masks, a blanket, a plushie, even socks would be a better gift. Girl, he doesn't care about you. It doesn't even sound like he likes you. So obviously pretty much all the comments are in agreement. Most of them are saying it seems like he doesn't even like her. And I mean, some people are just like this. He's probably just doing the bare minimum, or in this case, it really seems like less than the bare minimum. I would have to intentionally get bad gifts to be this bad at gift giving. So there's not really any excuse. I mean, hopefully for the next occasion, I guess Valentine's Day, hopefully he gets you something better, and then you can see where your relationship goes from there. Alright, let's get on to the last story. My 33 female, husband, 35 male, crashed my car drunk, took my C-section pain meds, we have a 5-month-old baby, what do I do? My husband has had alcohol problems on and off for the majority of our relationship. On one occasion, I found vodka and a shot glass hidden in the cupboard. When I confronted him, he said it was from ages ago, but the shot glass was still wet. I was angry at him for lying to me. When I was 35 weeks pregnant, he was blackout drunk and took my new car I bought for our baby and crashed it into a ditch on a highway. It is a miracle no one was killed, and the car was repairable, albeit, except for $5,000 worth of damages that his mother paid for. I tried to understand the stress he was under during my pregnancy, and he has not touched alcohol since. He underwent some addiction counseling. When I was 5 weeks postpartum, I was battling with C-section pain and went to my GP. I am 5 months postpartum, and honestly, I am still in pain. I was prescribed 20 endone tablets. I was taking them sparingly because they're difficult to get. I discovered that my husband had taken 2 tablets without telling me or asking me because, quote, his finger hurt, unquote, and, quote, I didn't think you were going to take them anyway, unquote. I kicked him out for 4 days and my mom flew down to help me with the baby. We reconciled and started going to counseling. He also returned to addiction counseling, but withdrew shortly thereafter as he didn't think it was very helpful. I did not take any more endone, resolving to keep them for when pain was bad. I had started to feel better by this point. I also did not hide the pain meds because I should not have to. We went to counseling for months and our relationship has had ups and downs. I have tried to grapple with the fact he felt entitled to my pain meds and lied to me. We got to a really good point in our counseling, however, and I was feeling like we were in a good place. This past Friday, at the day of writing, it is Thursday, I checked the endone and discovered that he had not only taken more endone, but carefully replaced the endone he took with a similar looking pill and carefully replaced the foil at the back. He claims it's aspirin. He said it was from ages ago, meaning this whole time we were in counseling, he was lying to me. I have kicked him out and he's living at his mom's house. I need genuine advice as to what to do. I still love him, my son loves him, and we run a business together. Life is complicated and I don't have a massive support network down where I live. Edit. I have read each and every comment and will continue to do so. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has commented with advice. He will be staying with his mom and never coming back to my home. It's hard to give advice in this kind of situation because there's not much you can do because he's really the one that needs to change his behavior. If he's already lost your trust and he doesn't change his behavior, then I think you already know what you need to do. I think at this point you might just be looking for more people to tell you what you already think is right. I would say it's not really up to me to tell you whether or not you should divorce your husband. I can only give you solutions on how to work out your relationship, and you've pretty much been doing that, going to counseling and everything else. Again, at this point, it's just about whether or not he changes his behavior and whether or not you're willing to give him another chance. Alright, I think we already know what the Reddit comments are going to say, but let's read them anyways. The top comment says, I would divorce him ASAP. I don't think anyone would recommend that you stay with him after what you shared. If you focus on the tough part, like no massive support or etc., then you're just making it harder for you to leave. Don't focus on the what if, but focus on your happiness and safety. The next comment says, what you wrote is what I was thinking. He's an addict, you have a new baby, you don't have the capacity to deal with his addiction issues while recovering from a C-section and dealing with keeping a newborn alive and ensuring you thrive in the postpartum period. He cannot be there for you nor your kid, and you need to protect you and your kid. And last comment we're going to read, your husband is an addict and has been taking your meds. For those who don't know, endone is oxycodone. Serious stuff here. Not only is he taking your meds, which you need on occasion, leaving you without, is he taking them and then driving, taking care of the baby? When you take them, you have someone there who knows you've taken one and can be backup if needed. He's taking them in secret, putting you, baby, and everyone else at risk. Of course, he left this addiction counseling. He's in active addiction. It's time for separation at least. I know you don't have a strong support system, but you can't raise a baby with an active addict. It's very dangerous. And check out AI Anon. It's for people in relationship, any kind of relationship with an addiction. They have meetings all over the world. And there's a sub on Reddit. The comment below this one is from someone claiming to be an addiction counselor. They said, I wish you the best of luck, and echo the person's comment above regarding AI Anon or any kind of support network for you to get involved in. Addiction is a family disease, so whether or not you feel it, you are a victim of it too. Please be kind to yourself. And again, they said the comment above is 100% correct. Again, I feel like it's not really my place to say whether or not you should divorce your husband. I'm going to divert to the comments on this one. Alright, well that's it for today. Hope you had a great time reading these stories with me, and I will see you next time. Alright, bye for now.